Warriors, coming October 2005.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Memory Card Stories. My name's Jordan. Just an enjoyer of anything OG from my era: video games, music, comics, movies, all that. But right now, the focus has been video games. Recently, for my birthday, I got gifted OG fat. Oh no, it's not a fat, skinny PS2, and like 10 games, 10 or 11 games, but they're all like some of the like to me greatest games that were ever made for the PS2. So I wanted to dive into these games one at a time, play them, beat them. When I finish one, I'll come on here and I'll drop a little, breakdown of how the game was, what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it, or at least what I didn't like about it, maybe in present day, because our eyes are trained to, be all 4K and whatnot. Um, so yeah, with that being said, today's game is the Warriors. As you can tell, let's get a look at this OG. It's definitely been through some things. Also, look at the price tag on that from the vintage shop. This is definitely like a, what's the word? A rare find. Like, it's probably not going to be too easy to get this. You know what I mean? There's the back. There's no booklet with it, just the cover and the case. But yeah, let's get into it. I really enjoyed this game, and it plays just how I remember it playing. I think just starting out, it was like it was a little hard to adjust to, like the camera mechanics and the graphics were a little pixelated. But all in all, it's just a fantastic game. It's developed by Rockstar, and we know like they've always made bangers. So it played like a GTA game as far as the missions and the fighting mechanics. As far as the story, if you've never seen the movie, it's based off a movie from the 70s called The Warriors, which is about a gang from Coney, New York. They go to this meetup. The OG who's holding the meetup gets murked. They get blamed for the murder, and now they got to make it all the way from where they're at back to Coney Island. And nobody wants them to get home. All these guys are kind of out to get these dudes. So it's a really intense movie. One of my favorite movies from back in the day. If you've never seen it, I recommend it. And as far as a game or a movie to game adaptation, it's definitely one of the better ones that I've gotten to play. Just to be upfront, it's just a very violent game. You're dealing with street gangs and like, the 1970s, and all these places in New York is a different time. So you're definitely doing a lot of fighting. There's a lot of crime involved. But all in all, I think if you're a fan of the movie, this game gives you a lot of the potential in-betweens of how the gang started, how they all met, how they got to the day that the original movie showcased, just the night of them trying to get home, what led up to that. And I think it's just beautiful, man. It's such a good game, very fluid. And I genuinely enjoyed it. If you're like a real hardcore gamer, you could probably beat it in a couple days if you want to like drag the story out. Maybe a couple weeks. Also, what's cool about it is within the game, there's a couple different game modes. There's like a rumble mode where you could just fight one-on-one, like on some Mortal Kombat shit. There's bonus levels that actually lets you go through each member of the Warriors story, and you can play it and figure out how they joined the gang, which is very dope because if you're a fan of the movie, you get everybody's backstory. And then there's also like a beat 'em up, like Ninja Turtle style game once you beat the game that you can unlock, and you can just go around and fight as any of the Warriors. So all in all, it's a pretty solid game, man. I recommend it. If you got a PS2, go ahead and like go on eBay and get you a copy of it, and just relive your childhood, man. I think something as I get older and I go back and play these older games is there was just a little bit more to be. What's the phrase I'm looking for? I don't know. It's just something about the way they made the stories. How if you lose at a certain point, you go all the way back. Like nowadays, you can just save everywhere. Like in here, if I got halfway through the level and then I died, like I'd have to go back in certain parts, which is frustrating, but also like makes you be good at the game and it gives you more of a challenge. And it makes the replay value better, because if you just run through something and beat it really quick, then you're probably not going to want to go back and play it. But to me, this game has 10 out of 10 replay value. For the time that it came out, 10 out of 10 graphics, because all the characters pretty much look like, the characters from the movie, just a bit pixelated. And then the soundtrack is phenomenal. Like there's so many just classic old school songs that are in this movie. I mean, in this game, based off this movie. And even in the movie, like, the soundtrack plays a big part, of the story, and like the way they showcase the songs it matches very well with what's going on in the movie at the time and the game as well. So yeah, that's all I got, man. Is damn, I didn't realize my screensaver came on. Ain't that a bitch? Anyway, yeah, you should go play it.